Hey everyone, I just went out and did a little shooting over at Standing Bear Lake in Omaha. I used to come here all the time when I was a kid to fish with my dad, and there's a ton of people fishing today. But I shot with my phone with my Zhiyun smooth gimbal, which is a little bit more discreet than like shooting with an actual camera. And I actually shot it with the Anamorphic lens from Moment in the Moment app, which looked good, but yeah, it's super overcast and super bright today, especially out over the lake. As you can see behind me, so I had to use a ND filter set for 512. So I have a Moment ND filters with it, and now I'm just shooting on the Sony ZV-1. And yesterday I didn't get as much done as I wanted. I ended up going down a YouTube rabbit hole, and I pulled the trigger. I actually got a DJI Action Pro 5 coming today, along with, I went deep down into the YouTube minds on this particular vlogging style, and I got a new gimbal, the Insta360 Flow Pro 2, because you can actually use that as a gimbal for your Action 5. And I was thinking about getting a DJI Osmo Pocket 3 for a long time, but this community really convinced me that getting a 5 was better, just because the 3 is pretty precious with the gimbal and it feels like it could break at any moment. A lot of people use the Osmo Pocket 3 for their studio cam, which I don't need. I have plenty of gear for that. Primarily my Fujifilm XS10 I use kind of as my studio cam. But to get out for these walk and talks, I wanted to get something. The very first one of these I did, it started to rain, and I got worried that the Sony was going to get messed up. So yeah, I got the Pocket. I already have a GoPro 11, but man, I tried vlogging with it, and I hate how it looks. Really hate how it looks. It's still a fine action cam, and I would still do use it, but I'm excited for the DJI Action Pro 5, just because I think it's you can flatten it, and then obviously the 10-bit color and shooting in log. You can't do that with the GoPro. I think the closest I can get is natural, which is kind of a flat color profile, but not really. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just out here at kind of over by the fishing area. I used to come here all the time when I was in high school with my friends. Two of which now work in Hollywood as art directors or set designers. One of them, his name's Tristan Daly. He did, if you grew up in the aughts as a kid and watched Victorious and Harry Danger, I think that's the name of the show, and a lot of those, he designed like literally everything on there. The puppets, the sets, the everything. He's worked for Nickelodeon for pretty much his entire career. And I remember we came out over in this area in particular late at night, and he built what we affectionately called the light bazooka, which was like, he made it out of PVC pipe, and it was like a high density bulb, and then built like several lenses into it and waterproofed it. And we wanted to see if it would work, so we tossed it in the lake. We hacked into, oh my gosh, actually this is the electrical box we hacked into right over here. I'm just going to turn it over. You can kind of see it right there, that rusted ass box. We hacked into that and wired it, and then threw it in, and it was incredibly bright for like 3 seconds, and then we blew out all the power in the neighborhood. There's a neighborhood that's like all around us now. Back then there was only like a couple neighborhoods. Now it's like the city's completely built up around it. So Anyway, I'm excited for that, and then hopefully this afternoon I have to get the cover for issue 3 of my comic done. Issue 3 has been done for quite a while. In fact, I'm finishing issue 4. Like, I have 2 weeks to go until issue 4 is finished, so I got to do a cover for that, and then I have to write issue 5. And this is out of 8 issues, so and it'll all be collected as a graphic novel eventually. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, weird day yesterday. But good. I went to a bookstore for the first time in a long time. I hadn't been for a while in Omaha. It's the Bookworm, independent bookstore that's been around for years and years and years. I haven't been to the new location. They moved down off of 90th and Center. I went and got a couple books that I'm excited to read. But I thought about vlogging that, and I was just like, I'm kind of done with vlogging for the week. I don't want to vlog everything, but maybe someday I'll do a vlog from there because it's a neat store. I really enjoy it. So anyway, that's it. I'm just gonna get my gear put away, and then I'm gonna get going, and then I'll color grade this, upload it, and then I'll I might come back here and run. It's a beautiful day. It's gonna get hot today finally too. And then I'm gonna meet a friend for dinner that I haven't seen since before the pandemic. And it's gonna be a good day. I'm happy I can finally wear hats again. I'm wearing my Rocket City Trash Pandas hat. So during the pandemic, I didn't cut my hair, and I just let it ride. So if I'll post some vlogs from my Patreon, but I had hair down to my butt, essentially just like a few months ago. Back in the fall, I cut it finally and donated all of it to charity. So for basically kids that are sick and need wigs made with natural hair. So some kids out there with my old ass hair that I'm sure they died because I'm pretty gray now. And so now, I finally just went back to, it was kind of long-ish or shaggy for a while, but now it's back to being pretty short. I left it a little long on top just because I kind of like having, I had short hair my whole life. So having hair that long was kind of cool, but man, I was just putting it up into a bun all the time anyway. And the geese are out, if you can hear them. I hate geese. Anyway, I couldn't wear a hat with it for a while, and I have all these baseball hats. I have a lot of minor league team hats. I'm involved with the Kansas City Royals AAA affiliate that's here in town, the Omaha Storm Chasers. Used to be the Omaha Royals when I was a kid. Now it's the Omaha Storm Chasers. We made a documentary about their 50th season of affiliation with the Kansas City Royals, which was at the time one of the longest, if not the longest. I think there might have been one other team that had a slightly longer association, but nothing like the Storm Chasers. Omaha is a massive baseball town and always has been. We've hosted the College World Series for a number of years. I was on the team that helped get the new stadium built and tore down Rosenblatt, which we ended up fighting in the media against Kevin Costner, of all people, which is tough because it's Kevin Costner, he really wanted to save Rosenblatt. Rosenblatt, though, at that time, was pretty beat up, and the College World Series was going to pull out unless we built a new stadium. So I'm happy that we get to keep the College World Series in Omaha still. And the Storm Chasers moved to another stadium, Winter Park. It's beautiful. I think it worked out for everybody really well. The stadium downtown, though, that hosts the College World Series is huge. The idea, hopefully at some point we'll get a pro team. I don't know if that'll ever happen or not, but it's a beautiful stadium. It was called TD Ameritrade, now it's Charles Schwab Park. And the College World Series starts in just a couple weeks. Regionals are this weekend, I believe, and then a couple teams from here are fighting to get in. Creighton University's already in, I believe. I think they get an automatic in because they already won their tournament, and then I don't think they have to go through regionals. I can't remember. University of Nebraska and Lincoln is going. They are fighting their way through the regionals and super regionals for a spot, and I think they have a good chance. They are a really good baseball team. Anyway, I have a ton of hats. I have a ton of baseball hats. I love baseball, so I wanted to finally start wearing hats again, and I can now that my hair's short enough. So, all right, I kind of have rambled here. It's 10 minutes, but it's a beautiful Saturday morning, and I'm just kind of enjoying sitting out here in the fresh air of the park. So, just nothing out here but fishermen. But now families are starting to show up, and there's a playground right up here that people are starting to play at. So that's awesome. Anyway. Have a good day. Probably next time we talk, I'll be on the Action Pro 5, trying that out. I'm excited. So I blame all of everyone. It's Barry D, Camp Brown, Louis Hermosillo, Chris Meets Chris, of course. Yeah, I like literally everybody is using those Action Pro 5, so I thought I'd give it a whirl. Worst comes to worst, I can sell it. So, but I'm looking forward to something that's weatherproof and a little bit lighter than the Sony ZV-1 Mark II. So, still a great camera. Obviously, I'm shooting on it right now, but anyway. All right. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.